Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. So this is going to be a reading for Aquarius, and single, separated, or in a twin flame relationship, and I'm thinking about UK. So let's start. You and your loved ones are safe. I keep getting that card as well, like in my last 3 readings. The energy is gaining momentum. I keep getting that too, And I got this, hold your vision. So for those, amongst you Aquarius that have like a plan for the future, or it says like fixed moon, or definitely something that you want like on the longer run, or a business you want to open, a dream you have, I encourage you, to like set it in stone like right now, because of this energy that I'm seeing here is like it's going to solidify your achievements and your dreams, balance, spirituality and practicality. So you see what kind of energy you're in, Aquarius. One more. Prosperity lies ahead. I can see it here for you guys. First of all, be reassured that you and your loved ones, are safe. I'm telling you, for Aquarius, as an air sign, it is time to take what you have acquired like spiritually and to bring it down to your 3D experience, or to find a balance, between these two, where you get to function as well. And I can see this prosperity ahead of you within these visions, or like these dreams that you're having now. You should like you should make something out of them like right now. That's the best way I can say it, because you will get help, from the universe. You can make your dreams come true, Aquarius. I can see it here. So let's go on. Insight. You are the universe. Soul journey. I got one here. Transformation. So I'm liking all these cards, You can see the energy around Aquarius, and nothing has gone wrong. I see that as like balance, First and foremost, if you are in a twin flame relationship, or like a relationship with somebody, a soulmate, or somebody you would have known of, or from, I can definitely tell you here that your relationship to this person is safe, is literally like nothing has gone wrong between you two. You guys are safe, whatever may be. And the other part I'm seeing within this like yin-yang sign here is also that element of like balance, that you got to find within you. I can tell you something, Aquarius, you have all the answers within you when it comes to this twin flame journey, or like this soul journey in general. You do. Or this journey that you call life in general. You are an air sign, and what Spirit is telling me is that you have all you need inside, It's a little bit like all the answers lie inside of you for you to make this thing work. And I'll tell you why. It's because, as an air sign, you actually playing chess with your own mind, It all happens in your mind. Well, I can see it here. People may help you. Prosper spiritually, or like mentally, or something like this, but I can tell you the last saying, or the last conclusion, or the last interpretation will always fall onto you, Aquariuses. And I can see it here, and I can see that element of transformation. And lately, like from darkness to light. I can see it here also in the yin yang, you know, sign. So let's go on. Let me see. But you heard those stuff for yourself, you know. It's all about you. Like, not really, but I mean by that the answers, they're all within you. So for Aquarius, as to like current energies, I can tell you for some of you, and somebody in particular that's like listening to me right now, is a little bit like you switched back to being somewhat of a chaser again for some of you. And for the others, you're back, I mean, you are fully immersed in the energy of being the chaser. You back at those like mental conflicts, you know, that come along with being the chaser. So it's like whether you're like comparing yourself to somebody else or like thinking of like karmic energies or something like this, I can definitely see something like triggering you. Let me see. For some of you, it might not resonate with everybody. I can tell you something for those in that situation that feel like, you know, I still have to like, or I'm still in the energy of the chaser. I can tell you for some of you, you're spying on your person, and intensively so for the moment, you know, which is why you're getting these mental conflicts again. I can tell you, I'll do it for singles, but this is like obviously for like people with like an ex or a twin flame relationship, you know. It's important for you to walk away from this thing, because I can tell you the transformation that's going to happen for you, you know, Aquarius here. You're in your head, and it's time for you to be able to feel these things happening around you. I can tell you you're lacking this here, which is why the new cycle will include like, you know, having intuition, and I can see it here with this card. It's like a little bit like you don't know how to link the two. You get like a lot of like infos or like feedback about spirituality, but you wonder how it is going to apply to your lives, you know. Is when you make the switch. It's when you make the switch, you know, between being a Queen of Swords and everything that it implies, to actually starting like being a Queen of Cups, you know, and everything that it comes with, like that intuitive side, the side that, you know, allows you to feel and things like this. I'm telling you, this is exactly how you get, you know, on the path of like success for you. And I can see this prosperity here, and you know, from the cards like earlier, I could see it here. If some of you have a dream or something that they want to like give birth to, or like a plan, a vision, something, I can tell you this thing here, I can see it happening for you. There's one more card here, if I remember. No, I'm sorry, I'm mistaken, you know, but it is what it is. You get a chance at like having your success, you know, and this here is like you're entering the cycle. But I can tell you what's missing to you, Aquarius, is that like intuitive type of quality, you know. And when I see soul journey, so whatever your journey, you know, you're going to have a stop, you know, when it comes to this queen here. Because at the end of it all, you know, all the answers, they lie within you. You have the last say, so you like interpret this thing the way that you want to, but you're gonna have to be able to start feeling those things, to be like practical about your spirituality, in a sense like, how do I apply the stuff that I've learned, you know, in my life. I'm telling you how you get in tune with this woman here, and watch your dreams, you know, like happening from that. It's like it's a a stop that you cannot avoid, you know. If you want your dreams to come true, you're going to have to get in tune with your intuition instead of thinking so much, you know. Yeah, I can see this prosperity definitely lying ahead of enough women or people that are listening to me right now. I'll tell you that, you know. You can be successful at a lot of things if you know how to plant your seeds, you know. And like especially now as I'm doing this video in November 2020. For some of you, you know, the thing that you have to definitely push through is like your past, people, because I can see some people definitely being trapped, you know, from like past energy. And I can tell you this is the Eight of Swords, you know, so it's like a mental prison. And when I see this, I know that somebody I'm talking to is going to resonate with that here. It's a little bit like the world is open to you. The universe is yours, you know. And you got this thing like within you. But some of you cannot heal, you know, I can see it here. Well, I'm telling you, you gotta push through, you know, you gotta stop like being resistant to change, you know. And if nothing, because you're an air sign, so the way that like you are tested is how I know it, you know. I've discovered that, like I'm sure of that, I mean by that lately, is like the way that you experience yourself, the thing that you think of yourself, or like your self-esteem and things like this. This is exactly how you're tested, you know. I'm telling you, if nothing, you gotta stand your ground for yourself. You gotta start like believing in yourself. Find back to like a positive picture of self. I can see it here, people. Some more. So I hope that this reading makes sense to you. Yeah, you see that like for this like justice or like this thing to turn in your favor, you're going to have to stop being resistant. I can see it here. Somebody is definitely like resistant to change, which I am not like. I'm not surprised, you know, because literally that's what an Aquarius does, you know. They're like non-conformist, I'll tell you that much in their own right. But you can see it here, that like what you call it, like path of least resistance is going to have to start being a reality to you, because I can tell you, I can see like self-sabotage here, while I'm trying to tell you the like path is free, and you're going to get like actually wind blown, you know, behind you to make you obtain those things even quicker, you know, but you gotta let them happen to you. So justice. This here, I can tell you something, is a little bit of that idea that you know, like sometimes we hold grudges around, I mean against people. What I can see here for Aquarius is like you a little bit like letting go of this concept, or like justice being served like in its own right or terms, you know, a little bit like, you know, now I wonder if we see a card, you know, about forgiveness, you know, but if not forgiveness, a little bit like now you've learned how to let go. You know what I can feel here is a little bit like Gemini, and I wonder if I've had that energy. Is like, you know, a little bit like an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth type of thing. A life for a life. That's a little bit of how you were thinking in the past, you know, for some of you. And I can tell you, I can see somebody like definitely growing out of that, you know. And if that's not the case, I can tell you this type of thinking here, as I see hold your vision, you know, and that help I keep telling you is going to come your way. That's the way to go. It's like, you know, It doesn't even matter what happens to people that have hurt you, you know. The most important thing is as fast as you don't need their energy anymore to grow on any longer, is like it's part of the past, people. And for some of you, you gotta leave the past behind. And I can tell you, these type of energies here, if somebody has been bullied, you know, in the past, and you would know what I'm trying to tell you, it's time to leave those like perceptions and the things that you have felt throughout that time behind. Don't wish anything good or bad on them. Just don't worry about them, you know. Believe in the concept of like somewhat of cosmic justice, you know, and just grow off of that, you know. You don't need revenge for some of you. That's all I'll say. Some more. This here is clear. I'm gonna take like one more card. Okay, I'll tell you something as I can like see this like one way or the other. For some of you, you're not like healing because you're not walking away from this thing that you're supposed to walk away from. And I can tell you, for some of you, it's just the mere fact that you don't inject feelings in the equation. You don't ever allow yourself to feel or to feel like freely. You're always in your mind. I can see it here, you know. I can tell you that's the thing that is like preventing you from moving on. And I'm tell you something, if you manage within you, which is what I can see with this Queen of Cups that I saw earlier here for you, here. If you allow yourself to start feeling, and I'm telling you, you're going to have to get in tune with your like softer side, if I may say, because she determines your future and like the birth of these dreams that I told you about, you know. You gotta get in tune with this like loving energy or like around your heart chakra, you know, and carry that with you along the way. I can tell you some of you feel a sense of injustice, and I can see it here like a little bit, the stuff that you have experienced, you know. Some of it was really unfair, and it's like, you know, how do I move on from this? Well, you can move on. You can, and you can even heal from those things, you know. From now on, just try to have like this like cup or like water or love type of energy within you, instead of being so much about revenge, and above all not being able to forgive the people that have offended you, you know. And I can see those conflicts here. I'm telling you, for you it's like a process, people. Once you learn to find back to like a sense of self-esteem, you know, and like couple up this like concept of you being enough or like being fine by yourself to like this energy of love here, for some of you, I'm telling you, that's when you're going to get to find like the magic in you, the intuitive side about you. For those on a twin flame journey or considering themselves like divine feminines, you're going to see your like powers or gifts, you know, or like ability. But at the end of the day, do you see all these cups here, people? I can tell you something, get out of your heads. Get out of this like fight that you're having with yourself, you know, and keep working on yourself. And for some of you, you've already started that type of process, you know. You're looking at it like, you know, when is it going to be my turn to be like somewhat of a superwoman? You know, you will be. You just have to let it happen. You're already on the way. And all I can say, tap into your feelings, you know, allow yourself to feel, or teach yourself how to feel. That's exactly how you're going to unleash your power, the same type of power that's going to give birth to your dreams. And as to you, you know, Aquarius, that's exactly what your soul journey is going to be about from now on. you gotta heal, you know, your self-esteem or your self-worth, you know. You gotta learn to forgive, you gotta trust the universe, you know, when it comes to like karma or like justice being served, instead of like keeping that type of energy within you. And you gotta learn how to feel. So I want to do like I'll do that a little bit differently. So all of these are like global energies, as you can see. I want to know, like, for Aquarius that are singles, you know, if there is like a message we can get for you. Expect powerful change. So for single Aquariuses, I can see it. I told you earlier, you get like you get a chance now. The universe is going to help you, you know. And you don't even have to be like in that energy of like feeling just to be romantic. You can like scratch that one out actually. You don't have to worry about your love life. All you have to do is to give birth to your dreams, and that goes for everybody. But for Aquarius that have been single, you know, you can expect powerful change. Some more for singles. Believe in the impossible for some of you. And look at the bigger picture. So this here would speak to Aquarius that are singles, you know, and you can see it yet again. You and your loved ones are safe. If you got somebody in mind, or if you like worried, you shouldn't be worried, you know, about that love department. And the energy is gaining momentum onto you as well with this like powerful change, and like the impossible, you know, coming, I mean, being obtainable basically with this like look at the bigger picture as well. So for Aquarius in a twin flame relationship, show the world the real you. And this here, you see that full moon in Aquarius, this like it keeps going back when it comes to you and to your energy, Aquarius. You know, as I keep saying, nobody really knows you, Aquarius. You're like one of these like mystery type of signs, you know. I'll tell you that. You gotta let somebody know who you are, instead of like everything for you happening behind the curtains, you know. Because, you know, it's like you can see all these spheres here. It's like round and round, you can only come back to like one spot. But if you allow like other influences, or like other, I don't know how to say this, but like just other encounters, to just like take a second to listen to their point of view, I can tell you, you know, you can make a revolution around yourself happen, just like from the stuff that somebody else is saying to you, you know. Some of you are too reclusive when it comes to their like thought process. And I mean by that, you know, yeah, you are an air sign, but at the end of the day, you know, you can never lack by taking something that other people are trying to share with you actually. But you can see the card, you know, excuse me for renting, show the world the real you. A fiery climax approaches. That's the same thing as to expect powerful change when it comes to singles, you know. And one more card. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So for you heard it, you know. So for singles, I can see Sagittarius for everybody actually, but just remember that. I can see Cancer for everybody. Here you are Aquarius, Aries, Capricorn, and yet again, yeah, Sagittarius. So if you are like connected to anybody from these signs here, this reading is going to resonate even more for you. So let's go on for Aquarius within this month, like or the energies for singles, twin flames in separation, and you know, divine feminines in general. Stand your ground yet again. I can tell you something. For most of you, if you don't pay attention, this thing here, it's happening in front of you, and you're like a little bit of the last one to see it, you know, because you don't want to. That's all it is, because it's too many, like 7 of wands here. Too many. It's like it's coming out in each and every deck that I'm using, and that's the truth. I'm telling you, your mind is playing tricks on you. And I can see you here. This here, and I'm sorry that I'm going to have to say it like this, but this is a little bit like the one who's been taught something, but because they think like they're the most intelligent one in the room, they can't even hear the message that other people are like trying to share with them. Because at the end of the day, their minds, you know, puts the cherry on top. It's a little bit like somebody giving you the whole memo, and like an Aquarius is going to be like, yeah, but you know, this and that on top of it. They gotta finish the whole thought, you know. And I'm telling you, with that, you cannot like grow for some of you, because you're a little bit like this here. Is not like you know, I want to like nuance. I don't know how you say that in English, but this card here for a change. It's not that it's like a mental trap around you, it's that your mental itself is the trap for you, Aquarius. And I'll tell you why. It's because you always feel like you know better. So like outside influences is something that you do not take too well, you know. And I can tell you why. For some of you, it comes from the fact that you were like treated unfairly. And I can even feel here like bullied for some of you. Somebody made fun of you, or like, you know, minimized who you were and things like this, which is why you cannot listen to other people. You should. The universe is trying to help you, but you're being too resistant, and I can see it here. The resistance that you are and this here goes for most of you. So try to look, you know, where it still finds itself within you. The resistance you're pushing against this universe is like you'll end up losing. I can tell you that, you know. Get out of your mind and start feeling things, and above all, stop feeling like you can control this like soul journey. It's an illusion, people, and you can see it here with the Magician, and you can see it here like the energy that I'm trying to have you tap in, you know. Some more. You see that heart chakra? I don't even have to explain this, you know, you heard me say that from the beginning. This like heart chakra is definitely what you're going to have to tap in, you know. Silence your mind for a second. Definitely that like feeling. Allow yourself to feel, or something like this. If some of you are interested, just please leave me like a comment. But I can tell you, or I may explain some stuff to you that you can do like to start feeling things a little bit better. You know, there's some things that like earth natural in past, you know, we like to do just for fun, and then it always makes sense. Let me see. Crown chakra, I'm liking this, you know, because I can tell you, you know, your mind is not going to let you be able to like have this connection to divinity. Or like, I don't know how to explain this, but this here, it has to do with like your true purpose. You're not going to be able to apply your true purpose if you don't allow yourself to feel, as to like sense things. There's like an element here of like developing your sensitivity so that you can see what's happening around you better, so that you would know yourself, you know, and the universe better. And I hope that it makes sense to you. I need one more card here, because these chakras here, wisdom I got. I need one more. Sacrifice. deception and envy. Somebody here, needs to get out of this like victim mentality, and that's all I'll say. I can see it here. That's all I'll say. This is where the wisdom lies, when it comes to you. I can tell you, I can feel somebody being very bitter to the point, what they do best is like argue with people, and I can tell you an Aquarius is going to do that in a very like passive aggressive type of way. They never get out of themselves, but at the end of the day, that doesn't mean that they're like less out of order in some things that they do. And you defend yourself, you stand your ground, or you poke people because you got this victim mentality around you that makes you like somewhat of a conflictual type of person at times, and for some of you, you gotta be able to see this thing here. What's this card? Look at the bigger picture is the one that I'm looking for, and the end of a tough cycle approaching when it comes to these things here, and I should hold my vision about that. Let's finish the reading. Beauty. Some of you were like being made fun of, or like minimized, or like discredited for the way that you looked and how different you looked, or something like this. You've been bullied around that concept for some of you, like how you should see yourself, what you think of yourself, and how appealing you should be. You are actually to yourself, and how you could be to other people. Somebody's been playing with that concept, and not just one person. You see, like, I wanted to say like many, and 2 cards came down. I can tell you it was definitely more than 2 people. I can see here like a little bit like people ganging around you for some of you, around the fact that you look different, something like this. And this here, what I'm trying to describe to you, it sticks to you. You see that? Letting go. You gotta let go of this offense, or like this bullying, or whatever it is. You would know that I can feel here. And sexual arts is like, know that you are desirable as well. But I'm telling you here because I know it, you can see the wisdom card here. I'm not liking this like energy around Aquarius, because there are many kind of narcissism, and without trying to offend anybody, Aquarius is like one of these signs that's like easily prone to being like narcissistic, or have those type of tendencies. I can see it here for some of you, and again, it expresses itself in like many ways. But if you're really like concerned about how you look, and how people can actually like hurt you and reach you when they touch that concept, or like the way that you see yourself, you should try to figure out like what's behind it, people. Why your image, matters so much, and where you've been hurt. Because I can tell you, for some of you, I can feel it, and I've seen it with the cards, like this 7 of Swords here, of Wands here, is too many, Yeah, you gotta let go of the idea, that if you're not desirable, or like if people reject you, that makes you less of a person. All these concepts I can see here that you gotta let go of, they revolve around your image. How you make people feel, or if they're like, if you're turn on a little bit, I can see the same idea of being a turn on here. I can see you being focused, on the way you look and your beauty, the same thing, that you have to defend, or like people tried you in this department here, and to top that, you had to face rejection. So I can tell you this here, I see somebody when they look in the mirror, they do not like what they see. And it's like you're letting other people's, you know, what you call it, like picture of you determine how you feel or who you are. You cannot let that happen. And if you see yourself like having somewhat of a biting energy or keeping people like at arm's length, is because this here has been like tainted when it comes to you. Just like the way you see yourself, you know, the picture that you have of yourself. That's all I'll say. That's what I can feel here. So, you know, please give me feedback, you know, but I'm pretty sure that it would speak to some of you. I want to finish this if I could find my cards. Here. Visualize. You see what I'm trying to tell you? It's about the way that you see yourself. Because some people have messed with you, you know, about the way that you look. For some of you, when I'm sticking to the story, I can see it here. Soul writing. Oh, soul tree. Wellness. And one more card. Authentic truth. I need another one. Soulmating. What I can see here is that you were made, you know, to feel that way. I don't know what it is, people. You gotta just bear with me, you know. But these things here is a little bit like you were supposed to experience that, you know. And I can tell you something, when I see the soul tree, what I'm thinking, and I will for the longest time, is always like going back to this twin flame community. Aquarius, if you turn this thing around, you'd be able to help people in this community and like others that are dealing with like third party energies of like or like issues, you know, when it comes to self like image or self-worth. I can tell you that, you know, it's because, you know, like I can see it here. The thing is, like, you are a little bit like this sign, that's chosen to experience this type of thing here. And you see, you'll be able to share that, you know, with like other people, how you got out of that, like how you started feeling better about yourself. And you having that mental energy, once you figure a way to come out of these energies that I'm seeing here, you'd be able to share it with others, because you'd be able to articulate those things like better than anybody else. And I can see it here with authentic truth, you know. And for both groups actually, whether for singles, you know, or for people in a twin flame relationship, probably in separation, once you feel better, you know, about the image that you have of yourself, not care about whether people have rejected you or not, or who has, who will, it doesn't matter. Not worry too much about the fact, you know, that people would be attracted to you or not. Once you heal this here, I call it, I'm sorry, a little bit of this like narcissistic aspect of things, you know. Once you heal that, you'll start soulmating again. And it's like whether you're single or whether it be with your twin flame. And I'll tell you why. It's because once you start feeling better about yourself and like you stop what you call it, like diminishing yourself mentally, you know. Some people do that. Air signs do that at times too. They're like they're their worst enemy, you know, in their own heads, you know. Once you stop like doing that, you will see that, you know, you'll be ready for this like soulmate experience, you know. But for you, you gotta get better when it comes to those things. And I can tell you, when I see the soul tree here and the soul writing, these things that didn't happen to you for no reason, and you would know exactly what I'm trying to tell you. If you come out of that, you would have the clarity and like the skill, you know, to be able to articulate those thoughts and help like other women or men feel better about themselves, or like get out of certain childhood traumas, or like things that they might be feeling around their body image. I can see it here, people. So this reading is really specific. It is what it is. That's maybe like an energy that you guys share, and I would be pleased if somebody just gives me feedback, you know. And I know that I need like one more card for you guys, but that was the reading. And when I see authentic truth, you know, it's like, girls, stick to the story. You also have some type of wisdom that you can share here. Just send the message. I can see it here. Adjustments are required. So you see a little bit what I'm trying to tell you. And one more. You are good enough. Do you see what I'm trying to tell you? We got Virgo here too. Step out of your comfort zone. That's what I've been telling you. I know I said it in this reading, you know. It's like nobody knows you, you know. So this would speak to you. You heard the stuff that I just told you. Adjustments are required around the way that you see yourself. You're more than just somebody who was supposed to be like desirable. And let me tell you how. You are like good enough. You're good enough when it comes to everything. So don't focus about your image, you know, and step out of your comfort zone. I can tell you the energies are gaining momentum, and at this point in time, all of the things that I'm talking about, you'll be helped. All you gotta do is believe in the impossible, because a fiery climax is approaching. And I know that you know the card is here, like energies are going to help you as they gain momentum, to help you heal and to help you like project yourself onto the future and actually like be successful and victorious at it. You can make your dreams come true as this prosperity lies ahead, you know. But at the end of the day, you gotta balance 3D and 5D experience. I can see it here. Some of you are too much in the 3D experience, and then you wonder why this like spiritual journey or like mission or abilities are not clear to you. It's because you're still worried about how people see you, and still dwelling on these rejections, you know, that you have experienced that causes you to feel this way and to be like conflictual when it comes to your image, you know, because this here stems from trauma, people. So I hope that it makes sense to you. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this reading. Take care of yourself, stay healthy, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.